Hello everybody, welcome back as ever to the world of madness here with Dungeon Maker, and we've been busy. It's been a little bit of a while since the last time I put out an episode on this, and the main reason for that is that I have been working very hard indeed, trying to get stuff done, but it's not really stuff that, like, necessarily needs to be shared in an episode. It's just sort of big, grindy kind of work. So, the first thing is that we have a roof on our ground floor here. It's looking nice. Obviously, it needs a lot more work. A lot of these blocks are not going to be sticking around. They're just sort of here so that we have a structure. And we've got a nice little bit of mossy cobble in this wall, so it looks a little bit more ornate. And we do, in fact, have an upper floor. And benefits of being on a mushroom island, we don't actually have to have any torches around at all here. Nothing here is gonna be spawnable, which is pretty nice. And there's my little study at the back here. I'm liking it. Obviously, no decorations just yet. We don't even actually have a full topped roof on this. It's just kind of a box. But it's a place that we can be and not be rained upon every night, and it's a nice central location to put stuff. I haven't moved a lot of stuff here just yet, pretty much just my food, because I'm still very much based around the mine that we have over that way. But besides grinding a whole ton of spruce to build this place, and besides mining a ton so that I can actually theoretically have a full diamond set of armor, which will keep me alive significantly. More on that momentarily. I have been doing a lot of shoveling. I'd say digging, but that kind of goes without saying, really. And we can see parts of it over there, but let's just hop into a quick time lapse and let Remember Cam show you exactly how much digging I've been doing. So, many, many hours later of both the digging and the waiting for the grass to grow, we do in fact have a decent chunk of the island actually grassed over, which is pretty nice looking, I gotta say. It's a bright, vivid green. I've been replacing mycelium with dirt, specifically block by block so far, so what we actually see of the greenery here is exactly the same kind of like terrain that the mycelium was naturally. I highly doubt it's going to stay a perfect reproduction in grass for the entirety of the season. We're definitely going to be like doing some landscaping and some terraforming to make things look a bit better. But for right now, we're just trying to grass the place over so it looks a bit nicer and as such, and also so that I can actually plant things, because mycelium doesn't allow most things. Similarly, the mushrooms are still here. I haven't gotten rid of them just yet. Although Lord knows I could probably do with so, because I have so many mushrooms as is. But yeah, we're probably going to be getting rid of those eventually as well, just as we continue on our quest to make the place look nice and pretty, and all sorts of nice little fishing village, and that kind of thing. But let's actually have a look. I have Remember Cam just up in the sky. Let's have a look and see exactly how much progress we've had so far. Here's me, and zooming out, there's the entire area that we have as yet managed to actually grass over. Now, the more that you have already grassed over, the easier it is to grass further sections over, but it's not quite the only question here. Firstly, what we've gotten so far is not remotely a, like, substantial chunk of the whole thing. I mean, I want to say, from what we're viewing here right at this exact moment, it's maybe a fifth. Maybe a sixth even, possibly even less than that. And there's a bit more work that's going to be going into actually grassing the place over, because we do have grass over here, but not because we've actually placed it. This is actually here because this is an ocean biome, and that is the mushroom field. And ocean biome can spawn mobs, so we actually want to bring this existing grass down into the sea more so that we prevent mobs spawning and potentially messing up our kind of like wonderful builds and such. And there's a few areas like that around the island that we really need to lay out and get rid of before we start putting our actual grass down, because it's going to be harder, of course, to identify where those areas are once they're coated in grass like everything else. I'm not 100% certain I like how luminous neon green everything is around here, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Cool. Okay, back into my face. And there's other things that we need to talk about today. So, did mention I've managed to find more diamonds, and I've managed to get myself a full diamond set, but you'll notice my helmet, my boots are enchanted and they're not really doing too hot. My helmet especially is down to 110 durability. It does have protection free and aquafinity, and we have protection free and depth strider free, which makes going in the water easier, except that we don't have, like, breathing for the most part. We don't have respiration on these, so I still have the exact amount of time underwater as I did before, just now I can do more with it, I guess, faster, that kind of thing. And if we head over to here, we can see that so far I've managed to amass 26 diamonds. And also a trident. And also 5 hearts of the sea. Apparently the sea has many hearts. Interesting, I guess it's helpful for redundancy and such. But I have Silk Touch on this pick, and my Diggin' pick, which I don't recall where I've put for this exact moment. Is that my... Here we are. Dig is my main digger, and it only has Fortune 1. And that was what I had before I had Silk Touch, so pretty much I was getting, maybe, if I was particularly lucky, some actual, like, 2 diamonds out of a given ore. And now that I have Silk Touch, I can pick them up and save them for later, but I still need to actually get better fortune onto a pick. And this is where our next problem comes in. Firstly, I'm having terrible luck this season, just in general. I'm getting a lot more iron than I was during the UHC, but that's about all I'm getting for the most part. Every time I find diamonds is not a very big vein. But what we do have in here is an enchanting table. Now, because I don't have any bookcases, we can't really get very high levels of enchantment on our enchanting table. Now, we do have some sugarcane planted just out there that's currently very slowly growing. And that'll allow us to make more bookcases and get higher level enchantments. But to actually get those high level enchantments, we need upwards of 30 levels. And currently, I have 2. The last 30 level enchantment I was able to get got us the Silk Touch. So, yeah, we're on all sorts of, like, shortages here. So, the next thing that we need to try and figure out, I think, is going to be some way to get a whole ton of experience in order to actually make use on that enchanting table to get those big enchants and hopefully get ourselves fortune free to make even better use of, well, yeah, okay, I ran all the way up here, but thanks, stars. To make better use of our diamond ores, and that'll then allow me to get a whole bunch of other stuffs that we can be using to actually, like, really get to hard work over here instead of just me crafting however many iron shovels I have so far, and just getting rid of all this mycelium like that way. Now, another problem we noticed, of course, our helmets, our boots, even dig, not looking too great right now, and that's because I have to repair them. And Predicted Cyborg, does have a villager with a mending book enchant. Obviously, Sai is miles away from us, but there's a bigger problem there, which is that we don't really have many emeralds. Let me see, 9, 18, 27, we have 34 emeralds. We could theoretically, I think, buy one singular mending book. And then it would be a question of what do I put that on? Theoretically, the best answer would be dig, because that's the fortune. Or maybe that would be this one. Yeah, or maybe I put that onto my helmet or something, I don't know. Like, it's troublesome. It's troublesome. And I do have some books in here. They're mostly efficiency and unbreaking. Unbreaking is less of a concern when you actually have, like, mending, but, you know, it's something to consider as well. I did have another, I had, like, a Silk Touch golden hoe, but I tried to, like, I went all the way back to spawn, which is what I have to do, by the way, every single time I have to, like, enchant something. And I went back there, and I chuck it into the disenchanter, and it just didn't get the enchantment off, so I lost that completely. Fortunately, I guess then I managed to get this pickaxe with Silk Touch, so hey, that's nice. It's actually not a bad pick, all things considered. But, yeah, that's a thing to be concerned with. So, yeah, it's a mess of all sorts of things, so, I'm not really sure what to do next. I suppose the next thing I can do is show you all exactly where I have been, exploring for the most part, and, then maybe by the end of this episode, I'll figure out what I'm going to be doing in it. So diving down underneath our island, we can see a whole ton of caves lit up, and I have been going around, and it's not really necessary that I light up these caves, because if they're under the actual, like, mushroom island biomes, nothing is going to spawn in them. But what I discovered is that there is a massive abandoned mineshaft complex under here. And I have been going through this, methodically lighting it all up, looting every single thing that I can, pretty much, from every minecart chest I have. Every minecart I have is from that. And there is not only this huge section that I have gone through, but there is another one, completely separate, over here as well. I have found, like, 2 separate dungeons in here, and there's obviously more spawners. And I guess now that I have Silk Touch, I can pick those up and move them around, so we might be able to use those for some not magnificently powerful, but effective nonetheless, mob spawner, and have that just be our XP grinder. But yeah, for the record, I have not been using Remember Cam to find where these things are. I've just been like running around and getting everything, and I'm just using I'm just using Remember Cam to, like, see my progress, as it were. But yeah, it goes on a long ways, and I still haven't actually gotten all of it. But this island is looking very, very interesting I feel like this island is way more important than it might at first glance appear, because so much appears to be happening. There's the ocean monument over there, there's the sunken wrecks everywhere, there's the huge abandoned mineshaft underground. It all feels like our island, our humble, unseeming little island, has some interesting stories to tell. But of course, not that I'm necessarily going to be telling today. So, I think whatever I end up doing is going to require that I spend a whole bunch of time. Whether that's continuing the grassing, or whether it's just like grinding more wood or such. I'd like to continue working on the cottage, on our wonderful little cottage here, but I need more materials to actually make the roof out of. So that has to be more or less waiting as well, or else I'll just end up with several stacks of temporary spruce stairs, probably. Hey, but, anyways, yeah, there's the neighbors, zapping squid again. Yeah. Anyways, I am going to have a wander about, figure out what I'm doing next, and if I don't see you anymore, I guess this will be the last clip of the episode. Catch you then. Just making my way through the wiggly wonky way that eventually, ostensibly, leads me to the mineshaft entrance, because I want to go and silk touch, or at least attempt to silk touch. I think it's silk touch. I'm fairly certain it's silk touch. At least one of the mob spawners there, because there's definitely a zombie. I haven't been able to find a skeleton, but since our bow now has infinity on it, we don't need arrows too much. At least not until I start actually using, until I start using crossbows a bit more frequently. But, yeah, if we can pick that up, then we should be able to at least make a start of some description on a grinder. There it is. Okay. This pickaxe has not been named yet, because it's just a fresh enchantment. Okay, so, zombie spawner. Silk touch. Skeleton coming to hit me. Now? I can hear you. Where are you? Evidently there's somewhere I haven't quite lit up yet. Ow! Dick. Okay, face the brand new diamond sword, why don't you? That's what I get for dilly-dallying, I guess. Okay, come on. Up. Deep. Hoop. Okay. Diamond pickaxe. With silk touch. Spawner. Zombie spawner. Nice. Okay. Good. Where's that skeleton? Because obviously there's a place around here that has insufficient lightage. Am I in the ocean already? Yeah, I'm in the deep ocean already. So yeah, that's a problem. Okay, let's plunk that in my inventory there. Just so I don't accidentally. Because Lord knows I'm prone to accidentally-ing. No? Oh, hi. Yep, found everybody. Literally everybody. This is why we're lighting things up. Okay. I wasn't even wearing my full armor set there. Oh, ow. Right in the lymph node right there. Oof. Okay. Let's find out if people are, or let's find out how many people, presumably, are still alive. Okay, let's deal over here. Oh, I can hear a lot of guardian activity as well. Oh, well, thank you for that. Criminy, there's more. This wasn't even the final room. Where is that? Aha, there you are. Oh boy, okay. If I see the creeper, we're gonna be powering him. Dang it. Yeah, okay, fine. Just light things up. This is not what I intended to get from this particular blip, but oh boy, it's definitely what's happening. There we go. Yeah, the slight unfortunate problem of having a mushroom island for a base is that the second that anything tries to spawn in the deep ocean outside, outside, a lot of things start spawning. Okay. Nothing particularly special in this one, it seems. Oh well. It's fine. Let's grab this iron, because Lord knows I'm probably gonna need it. Hey. Okay, almost to the next spawner. Very thankful that I preemptively managed to hook up some of these abandoned mine shafts with a walkthrough, so I can consequently just walk between them, because actually digging through to them is a pain in the neck, suffice to say. Aha, there we are. One more spawner for our collection. Is this the... yeah, it's literally the only diamond pickaxe I'm carrying. Why am I that worried? Okay, skeleton, zombie. Right. As opposed to the even more powerful skeletal zombie. Now, I believe that there are also some cave spider spawners in the vicinity here, with one slight problem, which is that we're actually getting pretty close to the ocean monument. And that means that after a fairly short while, I'm actually incapable of mining. Well, not necessarily incapable, so to speak, but I have been on that side and discovered this the hard way, when I was basically walled off and had to punch a single piece of wood for half an hour in order to escape and move. Yeah, it wasn't fun exactly. So I don't know if you guys necessarily want to catch that on camera. Quick bit of navigational lookup later, and yeah, I think this is it. Okay, down here, and to the right. You know what's, it's really weird how quickly caves sort of get memorized in your head. There you are, cave spiders. Need to remember to be careful where I put those, because there'll be suffering. I have memories of dealing with that. But yeah, it's interesting how you, after a sort of while, you sort of just completely unconsciously and unintentionally just memorize cave systems entirely. If only it were just as easy to memorize anything else in human life. So as near as I can tell, there are some more spiders, specifically the cave spider spawners, still inside of that mine, but in addition to being really out of the way, they're also very close to the monument. So it would pretty much be a case of dashing in, grabbing them, and hoping I don't, in the somehow few spans of that, get hit with about 4 to 5 minutes of mining fatigue free. We're probably gonna have to deal with that at some point, but for right now, it can stay. So, we're just going to try and make use of a skeleton spawner, a zombie spawner, and maybe a cave spider spawner. I'm not 100% certain if that's worth it. We'll find out, I guess, very quickly, in order to do our work here for making sure that we at least have the XP for making use of an enchanting table. How is this doing, by the way? Got like 4 or 5 pieces. Okay, let's just expand the farm. Just the standard route of, propagating sugarcane. But okay, so we're gonna build something. It's gonna be utterly hideous, but it should at least work. So, let's just have a quick lapse on that one, shall we? Well, I did say that this would be ugly as all sin, and indeed, such has come to pass. So we're going to only be using the zombie and the skeleton spawners for this, because the cave spiders are gonna require significantly greater management, and we're just trying to chuck something together here that we can actually make use of real quick. Let's just actually plonk some torches here for the moment before I die horribly. There we go. It didn't work, and you're unarmed? It's a bit odd. Anyways, if you're not tracking me, I presume that you will happily go in the... Oh dear. I presume that you will happily go into the water channel. Quite happy. Okay, there we go. Just, ooh, that up. Okay. Are they gonna fall? Yes, they are as soon as they stop following me. Good, grand. So from here, I can just wail on them quite happily. I can grab whatever drops I like from them. Including arrows, I guess. No hopper feed, nothing. This is purely just for experience. It is not... This is not remotely a mighty device here. We have not constructed something that would make the gods weep. Except maybe in how incredibly ugly it is. And how the heck did you even get out there? Evidently, I am missing a wall down there somewhere. Yeah, well, I think I know what that is anyways. Yeah, just one on this side. But, yep, if we leave this, it will happily build them up. It should... It definitely isn't far enough away from the spawners that it won't... such that it will actually just back up eventually. It's not gonna... It'll turn off rather quickly, actually. But we can quite happily sit here and get some levels. So I'm kind of okay with this. Ain't great, but it'll do. And this, I believe, will be our little bit of progress for today. You always like to finish an episode feeling like you've accomplished something, and... Oh hey, what do you know? We have accomplished something. We've gotten ourselves a skeleton skull. Hey, how nice. I should definitely be putting torches on these sides just to make sure nothing tries to spawn down here. Shouldn't. And I'm not even sure if that's, Can you see me, baby zombie? No? Okay, good. Fine by me. Yes, you are slightly... Oh, never mind. He can totally get me. Okay, I need to modify this to take into account baby zombies. But, hey, it's progress. It's progress. Ha. And with that, I will catch you all next time. Wait. Stop. Do you hear that? That creeping, crawling noise. That dripping like the sound of blood spilling from an open wound. It's the sound of my Patreon, and if you want to outrun whatever is making that noise, as well as grab some fun benefits, head over to patreon.com/lying.